Welcome to my unboxing video. I ordered this from Amazon. Normally when I order graphic novels, I'll usually compare prices between Amazon, cheapgraphicnovels.com, or InStock Trade. I'll compare the three prices when I'm looking for something to see if there's a better price one place or another. Sometimes Amazon actually has the better prices. Here we go. So, this order is for Batman Noir, The Dark Knight Returns. This will be my second book in the Noir series. So far I've been pretty happy with it. The only thing I have a real issue with is the size and consistency. The sizing of these don't always match up with the rest of the graphic novels that I have on my shelf. They are larger than the omnibus size and yet slightly smaller than my absolutes. So as you can see with The Dark Knight Returns on the shelf here, it stacks up really nicely with the Long Halloween Noir that I have, but they're slightly bigger than the omnibus size and even the regular deluxe hardcovers. The only one that really stands out is Batman Noir by Eduardo Russo. That was the first Batman Noir series, the first Batman Noir collection, excuse me, and it is just a collection of short stories, pretty much, or I guess individual stories, and not an oversized collection like these. So it's slightly smaller. It's the first one that they did, and they since moved to the slightly oversized version. So here you can see it on the shelf with the other ones and how it's just slightly larger. So let's see, getting rid of the plastic here. The one thing I do really like about the Noir series is there's no slipcase, there's no slipcover. It's just printed right there on the cover. And I know that's probably a choice, a personal preference or whatever. I find that the slipcovers, they take a lot of work, or maybe not a lot of handling to keep them nice. And so having this not have a slipcover means that I don't have to worry about damaging a slipcover and having it crease or bend or see the shelf wear that goes on the tops or on the bottoms as it's sitting on a shelf. There's the back, and of course the spine, which I showed you a minute ago, and the cover. So this is actually my first chance looking at some of the artwork, and as you can see, it's definitely Frank Miller style. Very, very cool to look at. Looks a lot like Sin City, which I think I'm hoping, as I read through it, and it looks like my hope's going to be confirmed just looking through it. It's just going to add to the feel of the Dark Knight story. So just really cool artwork throughout. These chapter markers are great too. Look at that. Just beautiful. So if you haven't read The Dark Knight, if you haven't read this story, oh, sorry about that. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at that artwork. So if you haven't read The Dark Knight Returns, it's one of the best Batman stories, truly. And as far as the new Batman vs. Superman movie coming up, you'll recognize If you read this ahead of time, you will recognize, and I'm not going to get too far into the end for people who haven't read it, but you will recognize some of the shots, the armor, especially that Batman wears in the movie. So you're going to see some really cool stuff. Now, I don't believe there's anything special here at the end. Yeah, no, just the just some of the covers in just the black and white style, but nothing really special at the end here. As far as opening it up, really nice, lays pretty flat. Looks like you're going to have to struggle with it a little bit at the beginning. That's part of DC's binding issue, I suppose, but they are getting better with it. So, anyways, this is Batman Noir, Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, part of the Batman Noir series that they've been putting out. And I can't recommend it more highly. It's if you've never read it before, definitely pick it up and read it. If you have read it before, if you have a copy of it, the Noir series, I love. I actually really do enjoy the Noir series and the Batman, or the Unwrapped series that DC has been putting out. This really shows a really gritty feel. The Noir shows a real gritty black and white kind of feel. The Unwrapped series, which I'll do future videos of, the Unwrapped series actually gets to show the pencils, the pencil artwork that the artists use, which you don't normally see. So I'm a huge fan of the two. I hope DC continues to make them. So yeah, definitely try picking it up.